Hi everybody, I'm Nathan.
I'm Brad. We're the West Coast Meeples.
This is Brass Birmingham. Going to do an opening and take a look at it. Just picked it up.
#1 on Board Game Geek, so
yeah,
I don't think we can go wrong.
Had to grab it before most of the Canadian stores were running out of copies, so I thought I'd better grab it before it goes away. And I don't see very many used copies coming up anytime soon, so that's why, I thought I'd do it.
This is the Deluxe version. And I think the only difference is the clay chips.
So, this nice raised foil leafing. Really nice foil leafing done on it for the box. It's got the silk screening. And then, yeah, we've got all the chips there. And then here's
these are all the colored team player.
The player ones, yeah. And then we've got the instructions, so it's nice full color. Really nice one. I like how it does the players really nicely. Gives them a backstory, everything else on them. I was lucky enough to play this one at one of the conventions real quick. And really liked it. And the one guy at the table had played it once or twice. He was leading the game. I shouldn't have been leading the game, but thankfully somebody was. We figured it out from the instructions pretty fast, so it was pretty good that way.
Yeah, we kind of shied away from this game, thinking it was too hard, not at our level. But now that we're into gaming for as long as we have been, I think we're ready for this game. But I think we played games as hard already.
You catch on fast because it's the same principles a lot of times.
Is that orangey enough for you?
That's not too bad. It's a dirty orange, yeah.
So it's the 4 player colors.
Almost gray instead of blue.
And this is a game you can get like your boats, you can get and all this stuff. You can get all customized. This becomes one of your top games. You can get stuff made for it for sure.
No, I've seen that one. Board's big.
It's a little dark.
It's a dark one for that.
There's 2 sides.
So there's 2 sides. You got the more night type side. That's the Black Country in the 1770 1870s. And there's a little more green, a little bit more vibrancy out of that one. Yeah. And then it's got the individual player board mats. It is a table hog again. So it's got the same thing, both sides on here. And then you've got the individual player mats, one for each player. It's a up to a 4-player game. And then
this might be worth getting a player aids made up.
Yeah. It's a nice chip box for sure.
I think it's taped together somewhere.
No. Just a nice tight case.
Well, people like these. These are nice poker chips. I got nice poker chips for poker, but these don't have a.
Oh yeah, feel this.
Yeah, no, they're nice.
Nice weight to them. So.
You could play these with. You could use these with other games. You might do that.
Yep. No, these are nice.
And then you played at a friend's house. He used these chips for sale. The game for sale.
Yep.
It's the texture on the top that make them nice.
Yep.
They really fit the theme of this game. There's aftermarket coins.
Yeah, I saw
that.
Those
I thought,
ones.
well, if I got this game without the chips, that I would get the coins.
But it's nice. The colors, you can see right away what they are.
Yeah, they're not. Because poker chips kind of have a poker theme. These ones.
Yeah, kind of
just
nice theme.
They just look like money.
I don't know if you can see that properly, but it's nicely embossed on there. And it's iron clays. Original luxury game counters. So just a nice case for it, like a nice overall case to place them in and put it away.
Very nice. I don't know how often the 20 will be used or not. There's only...
So that's nicely put away. I'm not going to be chasing it, trying to figure out where they all went.
Might be even worth not having in the box if you use it for other games a lot.
Yeah. Then we've got the cards. So these are all the... There's some player aids in here. There's not the full-size player aids. Just helps
For the blind people like me.
Yeah. And it's got a tab. There we go. We got it.
Good, because I hate those things.
So
this looks like something that's going to get sleeved.
I already looked at it for sleeving.
Just because of the dark edges that they just wear.
Yeah.
Or they might wear.
So here's all the city ones, all the different city locations on these ones. And then it's got a nice logo on the back. Yeah, nice overall. Decent feeling, thickness of a card. But
yeah, they're not. They don't have that. They got some.
A little bit of texture to it, but not as much as the, what do they call that? It's the specialty spots, the different resources. Linen. There we go. Yes.
These have it.
Yeah.
These are nice.
Decent card, but I think, like Brad said, because they're so dark, they're going to chip a little bit around the outside, and you're going to see where from that. Oh, yeah. You're holding your resource cards and your locations.
The nice thing, they still have the white edge. So
yeah,
our first few games that we played over and over and over again.
Yeah,
like our first Ticket to Ride.
Yeah,
you think, oh, they're not that dirty, and then you look at them and the edging are like
they're disgusting.
Yeah. So same with Catan. You can get replacement cards for these things, but.
Yeah, but
if you're gonna play a game a lot, I think they're definitely worth.
Yeah,
we both switched. We both like, I don't know if we like sleeves, but I think we've gone.
I think
the other way around.
These are a little softer of a card too. My wife will put nail marks in them.
Yeah, they do that.
Our wives are really
they
tapping the cards, so they will be sleeved. I can see that already. Yeah, for sure.
These player aids are.
I do like this.
Is it a player aid?
Yeah, it helps. It tells you how many locations there are and things like that, and some of the basics. So, yeah.
You can get them made. You can get player aids probably made up with the PGA site.
And then just your standard markers, iron. These are the coal cubes, and orange is iron. Yeah.
That makes sense.
And then just your markers. Just your standard markers, and they're nice. They got the hexes or the what are those called? Stop signs.
Octagon?
Octagon, yeah. And circles.
Or pentagon?
Yeah, on those ones.
Bags for these.
Bags for those. And then you got the barrels for the beer. Now, the one guy I was playing with says his buddy has this game and he plays it all the time. And he's got little stickers with Heineken on them. And all the different beer names on the barrels just because he was bored one night and he just made little stickers for everything. I thought, yeah, if you're bored, it's kind of a fun one to do. So.
Yeah, the only, we were talking about if I bought the base game is to get metal coins. And there was a talk about,
Now you have to figure, put the cut-ins, maybe you have to squeeze it shut a little bit. The snap, yeah, it's a tight snaps on the sides, yeah.
Now, I'm not going to try.
Yeah.
Because I'll probably go flying. But there's these spots you put the chips, I believe. And they said if you're using metal coins, it might wear on the board. So.
I know, I can see that one for sure. Yeah, wearing on the table over time, yeah. The only thing I can see already that I don't like is you have to put this in upside down. So you don't get to see the nice...
Why do you have to do that?
They've made it so you can't fit it in.
That is weird.
Yeah, just for a tight fit, I guess.
They're not coming out of that.
No, and you don't get to see the nice iron clay embossing on it. You gotta put it in upside down.
And this insert works, but it's nothing fancy. Like
No.
This looks like there's room for everything.
Well, you'll get all those in, yeah. In all their bags. And then there's enough top room that you can get everything back in nicely. And the board. No.
These aren't uber thick.
Standard.
They're like two different sides to these.
Yeah, because you get the different timing. The different timing, because you start the game off with the canals, and then you change over to the railroad. You start with the canals, and then when you get to a certain point, then you switch over to the railways. And yeah, they're nice pieces. They're going to hold up decently for what they are. Little railroads, and then this one's got all the different in phase 1, and then when you're getting into phase 2, they're all on the back side. So yeah, I like the theming of it for sure. I love the chips. They're going to be really nice to play with.
Yeah, that's a bonus for sure.
Yeah, it's for a dark print, and I've had another game that had a darker print, and I couldn't read it. This one I can actually still read. They've made it large enough that you can still read and figure out what's going on.
I mean, I like white print. It's easier for me to read nowadays than black on white.
Yeah. And I like that it's basic block letters. I understand what some game designers are trying to do, a nice fancy calligraphy or whatever, but it's hard to read sometimes. Yeah. Cleans up real nice and easy. And even with all these pieces, they're all legible. You can see what it is. You can see even the smaller cubes that they're showing, like there's the 6 cubes there of the iron that you're supposed to be using. You can see it right away. And they've defined it enough that you can make it out and know what you're actually doing. Like these ones are 3 beer barrels and 1 beer barrel. You can see that all. And for a small cube like that, you can see it and make it out, and it really makes a difference when you're trying to play a game like that. Really happy with this one. I think the clay tiles are about the only difference between the deluxe and the regular, so it's not really that deluxe in my mind. But I know
I don't know if these are, when you buy them set, the people are buying these separate. Yeah. And for what they were paying, I'm like, you could buy a full set of poker chips, and you can get picky on what poker chips you buy.
Yeah.
But most of these tiles are going on here.
Yeah, you're building them on there. And then
you're building them on there, okay.
As you use them, you bring them out onto the board and put them out. So this is like your storehouse.
So they start on here.
Yeah. So
game setup might be...
It's a little bit slow. It's a little bit of a trudge of a game setup because of the amount of pieces you got.
And they're double-sided.
Double-sided, and you got to set them up on your board and get it ready. It did take a little bit of time. I was surprised how long the setup was. Mind you, it was my first time. But yeah, so that did take a little bit. Other than that, the instructions are easy to follow. You go through, it all makes sense.
For what we thought was a hard game, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like 4 or 5 pages.
Yeah, it's not
6 pages.
Yeah, it's not huge because that's just what's in the box basically and where to set it up. That's just
It's not even gameplay there.
No, it's just giving you a background of some of the people that you'd be playing with, and then
No solo mode. Not that we are solo players, but
no, this one doesn't. This one doesn't play solo.
Well, if you ever want to upgrade your coal and your iron to...
Yep. 3D print something off. A little bit better.
I've seen the boats and
trains and the boats canal, I've seen, yeah. I've seen those ones. There's some really nice 3D printing out there for those ones, yeah.
But the boats and the trains, I've definitely seen.
You can do for sure. And like some people have done the coins, of course, because they didn't get the clay ones.
I'm surprised it didn't come with the card.
Just the cardboard coins?
I thought they would give you the cardboard coins regardless
Yeah, no,
of you.
I'm not hit anywhere because nothing's under there at all. No, yeah. Oh well.
So you're stuck. You're stuck with a really nice poker chip.
Yeah. Oh no.
What do you do?
Yeah. Well, that's Brass Birmingham. Looks really good. I played it a little bit already. I really enjoy it already. And I'm looking forward to playing this one for sure.
Yeah, this one might bump up in our top 5 if it's as good as everyone else says it is. So.
Yep. Thanks for joining us. It's West Coast Meeples.